going on? Oscar Mueller here with 𝑨𝒅𝒓𝒂𝒏 Media. I got Adrian in the house. Adrian, what's up? How you doing?
Good, coach.
Good to see you. Adrian's coming off of competing over a week ago. So just wanted to get an interview with him real quick, just get his take on how everything went. So tell me, how do you feel after that fight?
I felt good. More than anything, I had a lot of fun. Going into the events, you don't really know what to expect, but at the end of the day, I had fun, like more than anything else. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most important things. I think people get caught up in the moment and then forget that you should be having fun, you should be enjoying it. You know, this is not your first competition. How do you feel this competition went? And then how would you compare this competition versus the last one?
In my opinion, I think this one went great. Obviously, there's some things that I could have done better, but for the most part, I tried to listen to the game plan. I prepared really well for this one in comparison to the first one. And I just felt good. Like I was in a better headspace, you know, didn't have a lot of pressure on my shoulders. It was fun. Like I was clear-headed, just went in there only to have fun solely. So
yeah, that's what's up. So you've been training here for a while, right? About how long would you say?
Almost 5 years now. Yeah, since summer of 21, like when the world was opening back up. So yeah.
So what got you into Muay Thai? Specifically, what brought you here to Sick Side?
So what got me into Muay Thai was during the pandemic, there was nothing on TV to watch. Like no sports, no football, no basketball. The only thing that was on was like the UFC Fight Island cards. And I just, you know, it piqued my curiosity. I said, you know what, let me watch it. I watched it and I just straight up fell in love with it. It was like, you know, for whatever reason why, something in the back of my head clicked, like, I want to try that. You know, I don't know what it was, but I'm like, I want to try that. So I bought me a little 𝑨𝒅𝒓𝒊𝒂𝒏 punching bag off Amazon. That was like the start of it.
Right.
I ended up moving back to Los Angeles after the pandemic, and I was just smoking weed, getting fat, bro, and I needed something to do. So yeah, I'm like, let me get in here, man. Let me see what they got going on. And it was the best decision of my life, man. It was fun. I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, so coming in through those doors for the first time, what was it like? What did you feel?
I felt like this was serious. Like it's serious, but it wasn't serious to the point to where like, you know, it's not friendly, but it was definitely serious, you know? So when I came in here, I didn't want to like lollygag. I didn't want to mess up anybody else's routine because I see you guys looked all, you know, shorts on. I had on like some red tights almost. Like I just wasn't prepared, you know? So like I seen the environment, I seen how serious everybody took it. I'm like, let me get in line real quick. So
yeah, that's what's up. So emotion-wise, like, was it intimidating? Whose class did you take first?
I took a Saturday class.
Oh.
It was yours. Like I walked in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you was here. I don't think Paul was here, and it was before you even we even had this whole second part. It was just this part. One thing I do remember at the end of the session, it was like 4 and 4, and then you made, you know, the guys that's been here versus the new guys. You made us like, you know, come at you guys, like try to hit us, but don't kill us. And I wasn't landing anything. like I wasn't landing a damn thing. So like that right there showed me like, yeah, there's levels to this.
Definitely levels to this. I think that's one of the things that people don't come to realize until they actually train, that there's levels to this. When somebody's been training this for a while, they know what to do. Yeah. Whereas if you haven't, you're lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So what made you decide to step into competition?
To be honest, it was you guys. You know, like, you guys kept putting that, you know, that seed in the back of my head. Like, you know, sparring is cool, training is cool, but like if you really want to see like how far along you're developing, you know, the point Muay Thai fights are, you know, really where to do it. My curiosity got piqued again. I'm like, I want to see where I'm at, you know?
Yeah.
Like I want to see how well my training has been paying off. And
yeah. With that mindset, preparing and testing yourself, how would you compare that first competition versus the second one?
Compared to the first one, I think it's just like doing anything for the first time is going to be, you know, scary or nerve-wracking for the most part, but I went in there and did it, you know, like, even though like the guy that I fought was, you know, no excuses, the guy I fought was bigger, you know, he's stronger than me, but I still went in there and I competed, like, at the end of the day.
100%.
And then the biggest difference from that fight to this one that I just had was probably just experience. Like, after that fight, I just kept showing up. Like, I just kept coming, days I didn't feel like it, kept coming. And sure enough, I feel like the hard work really did pay off.
Yeah. Shout out to you on that. I have to commend you on that, because even though that first competition didn't go the way we wanted it to go, we just don't know how you're going to respond or your body's going to respond when you compete for the first time. You still kept showing up, even though the results weren't what we expected. Not only were you showing up, but you, like a lot of the other guys and females that come in here, helped the team that does continue to compete get ready for those fights. So shout out to you for that. And shout out to everybody who doesn't quit, even though they get knocked down a couple of times. You know what I mean? Shout out to those people. So now that you've had some time to step back and reflect on your fight, how do you feel, or on your competition, how do you feel this last competition went? How would you describe it?
I think you guys can describe it better than I can, but like from the video that I've seen, like I I fought pretty cleanly. You know, I didn't, you know, do anything over erratic. I listened to you guys again. Like that was like the main thing. I think it just paid off. I mean, I was nervous, but I didn't fight nervous, if that makes sense.
No, that totally makes sense. That totally makes sense. So I'll say this, man. You did fight a technical fight. You definitely listened very well. I want to know one thing though, because there was a couple points in time in there where it looked like you had a little swag. So how were you feeling in the middle of that fight?
You said it. I felt swaggy. Like we collided a couple times, and then like once I felt his power, I felt what he was working with. I was like, let's do this. Like like this is nothing I haven't felt before with sparring with you guys. So
yeah, exactly.
We could get in there.
Exactly, and it's the thing that we talk about all the time, right? You got to put your feet to the fire first. That way, when you go in there, it's not your first time feeling that. You had that swag, and I saw that swag. I was like, oh, okay, okay, we're feeling ourselves. That's good. That's good. We're in a good spot. For anyone that's stepping into Sick Side for the first time, what should they expect?
Come here ready to learn. We're very beginner friendly. We're not like, it's not an ego gym at all. But if you don't come in like with the willingness to get better or the willingness to listen, it's not going to work out. So if you do come in, please come in to listen. All the coaches here are great. Gino, Oscar, Paul, like they're not going to steer you guys wrong, man. So please come in.
Yeah. And then how would you describe Sick Side Muay Thai?
It's great. It's a community. It's a family. It's beautiful here. I love it. Very diverse, very awesome people. You never know like who might walk into the gym. Like I met some cool people just coming here. So I'm very appreciative for this community.
It's word. And then you have some news. Like I don't know if you're okay with sharing some of the stuff you got going on in the near future. I know you just competed, but you got some stuff going on in the near future that I think is important for the community to know. Yeah,
I'm going back to Sacramento. You know, I'm going back to school starting this August. You know, this is something that I've been working towards since 2023 quietly, just kept my head down, kept working. Now it's time for the news to come out. I'm excited, man. So everything feels like it's all aligning, you know, falling into play like it's supposed to. I'm just excited for the future, Coach. Yeah, man. I think you got a bright future. I think one of the things that Muay Thai teaches you about yourself is understanding how to be patient, but understanding to stick things out even when they get tough. And that's something you definitely did. My perspective on your fight, listen, that fight was bananas. It was exciting. For me, I get excited every time I see any of our teammates compete. You and I had a conversation probably about a month and a half ago where we were talking about having that alter ego, and I told you that you're at a certain level. You got to stop coming down to other people's level. You got to pull them up to your level because you're at a much higher level than I think you realized at that time. But to watch you go and put your training into use was really cool. So congratulations on the W. I know you're going to Sacramento, but you always have a home here, man. Anytime you guys see Adrian, make sure you big him up. Make sure you follow him on Instagram as well. His handle will be up here. What's your handle? 𝑨𝒅𝒂𝒏. It's just Adrian way backwards. There you go. It'll be up here. You'll see it up here. Make sure you follow him. And then, like I said, give him a big ups for his fight. Big dub, man. Congratulations. Thank you for doing this. Coach. Hell yes.
All right. Thank you, man.
Hell yeah.
That's it.